我们现在才开始 record。
不会太迟。
不会太迟。So OK, then after that, 你就 follow in。你这个 section 讲好之后，你这边是讲它的 practice 哦。
就是 more zoom to local 咯 ，Malaysia 了咯。就是这样 more on the country， 我们自己本地的咯。是 more general 啦。
你这边已经开始 focus on QC 了，对吗？
对。
所以你要把这些 construction industry 的 quality management technique method 这些东西，应该在你的2.4这边之前要讲完，都跟他讲完了，然后你才 make a summary。summary 里面说就是讲可能最普遍要 manage 的东西是什么，what to manage and how it is carried out 啦，the most common method 啦that is used 啦then 之后你这边2.5的话，你就可以 be more specific about QC 了咯。说你那些 challenges 什么是下面对吗？
在下面。
可以啊。说你这边你可以 what about 你，因为上面你是 overall 讲 quality management and 不一样的 quality management technique，you know，then 下面这边你就开始讲 about QC the construction in QC in Malaysia
对。
好了之后，你这边可以说
做一个 summary 啦
有个 summary， 那个 summary 就是说 how effective it is，you know。Okay. So the question remains, you see, how effective it is. All these methods, no? 就是他的 question 了咯，跟你才讲这个 challenges and barriers， 就是说它比较 make sense 啊，就是说我们自己问一个问题说，我们有这样多 technique 这样多 method， 然后来 apply to QC in construction， 然后but it looks like the problem remains, you see, like so we want to know how effective it is, so we move on to section 2.6 and the 2.6 就是说现在 currently 的 QC construction 里面的 QC 的concern 是什么咯我只是想要怎样把它带进 specifically material, you know， 因为不然的话很像我们总是 float 在一个很大的一个 point。
对。
或者你这边的 QC， 你上一个 chapter 你上一边这个 2.5 这边你可以开始讲 about QC in terms of material 了咯。
OK，
可以讲别的国家怎样做然后他们的process 是怎么样的you know， 现在有什么 process that is managing QC in QC of material， 我们尽量不要 go for big things 了啦。你到这边开始你
已经要 narrow 了啦。
就要开始带进了啦。头几个 paragraph 可能可以 general， but slowly 你要带进来了啦带进来 material 了 ，bring in 了所以黄你也是一样到这个 point 为止，你就要开始讲 about methods 了咯。不能够再很像 floating there, you know, and then keep on talking about the big things then we will never have a focus 啦就好像是一个pyramid 啦，这样子讲啦，说你已经这个要跟它颠倒下来了所以你要越来越 detail 了到中间这边上面就是一个你要讲能够讲多少就多少 about material 跟 methods 了咯。黄是 methods， 然后 Mr. Chin 是 materials 了
OK。
等你这边的 concern 可以是 general， 不过还是 at the end of the day 你要 more on the material like with 很像我觉得你这边的是比较多。我觉得你这边instead of 写这样子的 headings 我觉得你可以写一些很像他的 concern， 他的 actual concern。Say let's say 他的workmanship 是 concern， 然后你要写讲 in what aspects workmanship 是 concern。如果他讲 material 的 original 的resources 是一个 concern， 你 based on concern 来写 ，Mr. Ching。然后你 based on concern 就是讲 concern number 1 concern number 2 you know barrier number 1或者是 challenges number 1concern challenges barrier， 你 based on 那个来做你的 subtopic。 Yeah, meaning that 如果这边里面 say 有一些人讲的是 supervision 的话，你就跟他 lump under supervision 咯。如果有些人讲的东西是他讲let's say 讲 lack of supervision 是是一个 concern， lack of control 是一个 concern lack of technique 是一个 concern， lack of technique QC technique for example 是一个 concern 的话，你这边的东西你就跟他 lump under 这一些 category， 这样我的意思是这样子啦。
OK， 就是分出来啦。
Yeah。then 你才能够看得到 at the end of the day with material 它最大的 concern 是在哪里咯。所以才需要你来做这个 research 嘛，对吗？所以这些东西就是 slowly 要 point out to the fact that 你要做这个 research 咯。
那个 benchmarking 呢？
这些东西我觉得你可以放在上面，就是讲under quality management in construction industry 之类似的。When we talk about challenges and barriers, is really the concern that is dealing with 为什么 material 这样 lacking， I mean 不是 lacking 啦，就是讲为什么有这样子的 issue，you know？ 我觉得是一个不错的你已经慢慢找到那个 direction 了啦，坦白讲啦。
只要 reorganize 一些了。
Yes。是 as a part time 是不错的，这样子讲吧。如果你这个 challenges and barriers 做出来它可以 point out， 如果它可以真的是 point out to the audience 说你这边你有写这些 whole system 什么这些我觉得你应该要放在 QC in construction practice 的了，不是放在这边的。
OK。
讲那个 barrier concern 就是我们有这样多 technique 为什么还是有这样子的问题？
所以这一 part 就是讲那些问题存在啦，还有那些为什么还有这么多，就是 highlight 这些问题的存在了
对，虽然你的 experience 很好，你可以讲你自己头脑里面你可以想到讲，我们 material 每次是什么问题，你先把它列出来先。然后 after that 你就去找一些比较 related 的 literature 来 fill in the blanks。所以不是你讲的吗？是别人讲的吗？是一些 researcher 讲的吗？So then 你 after 你讲了这些这样多 barriers and challenges 的时候到那个时候那个 summary 就会告诉我们说Malaysia 很多 technique available，you know 又有 whole system， 又有 TQM， 又有这个又有那个 for material， 又有 ISO， 什么还有这样多 barrier？ I mean 为什么还有这样多 challenges？ 为什么还有这样多 concern？ then 你的 concern 可以做一个 section， 你的 challenges 可以做一个challenges。concern 是说它是 existing 的东西，就是讲，我们发觉到有这些问题。Challenges and barriers is more like what are the causes of this concern？ 它有一点不一样。
OK。
So then 你做了这个到那个 session 的话，你可以写你的 problem statement 了的，因为他会告诉我们说，你看we want to, so could it be there is no could it be because 我们的 system 太 based on QA QC rather than starting from the beginning 有一个比较好的 flow process flow in order to manage quality。So 你的 thesis 的 point 就是说你要 come up with 一个 process flow in order to manage quality in quality in terms of material in the construction industry. You see? Yeah. Then 在 flow on 的话，你就讲 OK。The last part of this thesis will be 你参考了很多别人做的同样的method research 了then 你拿来做参考咯。比如说在哪里有人用 case study 这个 technique 或者是有些人用survey 还是 combination 这样，所以那个就会帮助你 come up with 你的 method or statement 了的。所以你要怎样做这个 research 了 ？Literature review 其实会 everybody is the same. It will give us two very important points. Where is your problem? Why you want to do this research? And how do you think you should carry out this research? So 你现在做的东西是 up to the point that you are proving this problem. You're proving this problem to your examiner, to the audience who will read your thesis later, that there is a concern here. Because there is a lot of technique available, but when it's implemented, Malaysian construction industry still have these issues. And these issues come from different challenges, different barriers. Is it attitude? Is it people carrying it out? Is it discipline? Is it the will of doing it? It can be people, it can be process, you see? So
okay.
at the end of the day 我们是这个你写到这边这样子为止 maybe 你再 rearrange 然后出来你自己要看到说你I mean like both of you doing this topic you should be able to see it already like looks like this is the problem, so therefore I want to study this to prove this problem and to prove the fact that my suggestion later will be able to help with this problem, you see?
可以，这个我最后一个部分 concern 和 challenges 都是 under the same section 啦哈。
你可以把它分出两个，或者是 same section， but 你可以分出 subsection。OK，
两个OK， 一个 challenges， 一个 concern 啦哈。
对 ，so concern 可以先写，因为你可以写出讲，问 concern is more like 你看到的东西，这样子，like the concern in the industry.
What's happening 啦？What's happening？
And then the challenges and barriers is more like 你有这样多 concern， 它到底是什么 reason that causes this concern？ You see？ So there are the barriers.
是这样子啦，为什么还这样子？OK
哈？
可以，明白。
好的，明白了哈。OK。
你这一份会 send 回给我吗？
会，跟这个 recording 我也会 send 回给你 ，in case 你要 refresh。
需要。可
以不错了啦 ，Mr. Chin 可以了啦，你 算是这样子，算是摸到路了啦，这样子讲啦。
可以报名了啦。
可以报名了。再不报，我就不知道你要做什么了咯。做 free 的。
不可以，不可以啊！这个不能拿。我知道已经很多 effort 在这边，一定要有，看到有。
有不了哈。
嗯。
如果你要报名的话，你可以因为我们的 SAM 是 October start 了，其实 Masters 没有讲什么特别的时间要报名不报名的。你10月尾报名，我们11月 approve 你也是算是差不多12月了啦，这样子讲。
可以可以。嗯。
你这个算是不知道第几个 draft 了哈 ，but then 我就放 draft 2先了哈。
可以可以。
你看得到你自己的 progress 吗？我觉得看得到哈，因为你偷偷写的东西真的是不知道你自己在写什么，这样子。
有啦有啦，看到一些 shape 了啦。
嗯。
形状。
等你这个 literature review 做出来了哈，你的 chapter 1跟 chapter 3 basically 是可以在6个月里面解决了了。Then after that 你就要 collect data 了。collect data 好了，就是 collect data 给你来讲是不难呐，坦白讲啦，因为都有了嘛。
嗯，是咯。
Yeah. Then after that 就是做了嘛，就是做东西去做了，不用再想了咯。
嗯。
那个如果再做了，我觉得如果你12月 complete 收进来的话，可能明年年尾你的 data collection 要完了咯。完了就是 focus on 写 thesis 了，就可以2-3个月里面如果写得完 thesis 的话，go through 那个 process of examination 可能也要给一个4到5个月哦。
23年了，一半了咯。
都已经是
2023了。
1年半了咯。
可以可以。
OK， 好的。这样如果你们要 stay on 就 stay on， 不要 stay on is okay。I will deal with Bernard next 啦哈。Then 你们如果有什么 question 的话Mr. Ching, I know you're very busy. Just you can go and do your own stuff lah. But you have any question? Yeah, we will still be here for a little while lah, huh?
可以可以。说那只要我可以 refer back 你的那个 copy，然后你的那个 recording 我应该可以吧？
好的 ，OK。
我要去一个 meeting 了。
OK， 好的，没问题，拜拜。
我离开了 ，Thank you，Thank you，I'll see you，OK，bye。
欢娜，你一定要加把劲了啊！哈，
我会尽量做快点。
你这个1个月了，你才给我一个3篇哈，讲一句不好听是不像话了啦哈。
我尽量，应该会，接下来会很快的，我相信啊。
因为你们这种 student 做回应该不会这样难呐，you know。他们这样子在外面做工的更难呐。
对对，但是我其实是可以抽到时间的，我相信是可以。
OK， 好的，你，
但是我有头绪了，接下来要怎样？
我们就 discuss 了2次了咯，你还没有头绪的话，哇呀，我也是比较不能够了咯。
好，可以。
Basically 是因为，
但是我有头绪，然后有方向了，接下来就会很快了，我相信。
OK， 所以你刚才我跟 Mr. Ching 讲的东西应该是很清楚了哈，人你就是照着这样子差不多这样子，我会 expect 多一点东西 from 你啦，因为 especially literature 我会 expect 你能够找到一些比较新的东西哈，因为他们这种，Mr. Ching 已经算是 very senior 的了， you know， 所以他们这种在外面做工这样久的话，他们会比较难做这些东西咯。
好。
Okay, so you see how lah, I won't send you anything. Maybe I will also email you the file that Mr. Ching sent, then you can take a look as a reference lah.
Okay, okay. So this will be faster lah, I believe.
So
Upcoming month
next
will
time I see
be
you,
more.
I do expect a more complete literature review.
Okay, sure, sure.
Okay, see you. All right, Bernard, sorry for
Okay.
waiting. Okay, let's see how you shape this time. You're doing delay analysis, including contractual requirement in construction project in the Southeast Asian region. Okay, so again, I think you're not going general enough.
We need to go more general. Yeah.
I don't like it when you lump everything together, in that sense.
Okay.
So this is chapter 2 lah, basically lah,
Okay. Yeah.
I understand that you are starting off with some construction industry and all that lah, can you please do more definition first? Like what is construction industry,
Okay.
and what role does it play?
Okay.
In the overall view of things, You see, you are very fast, jumping into project experience, delay, and all these sort of things. We really don't want to talk about all these things so early on, you see. So we want to talk about how complicated, this industry is, you see.
Okay.
There are many stakeholders, many people in the many issues, many many components, like in that sense, you can have about 3 paragraphs or so on all these things, you see, and then you move in and talk about how, like, let's say 2.3, maybe you can bring in and talk about because you are more into time, not contract, so this is the part that you have to summarize here. At the end of it, the summary here should be, the industry is so complicated. There's so many things to manage, and one of the things that I know, there's so many things like contract, like time, like cost, like quality, all those big things that you need to manage, and then so the summary is time is at, we want to focus into time now, you see.
Okay. Okay.
So again, if you draw this pyramid here, okay, we're talking about the base here. The base is this 2.2 here, you see. Yeah. So this 2.2 here is the construction industry, and all that. Then is leading you to talk about time, you see. Yeah. So So time is the essence in the contract. Time is a period. Time, all these things on time, you see. So you at the end of 2.2, you need to talk about one of the major or one of the most important item to manage, you know, is time. You know, and then you move in and talk about what is time, you see.
Okay.
And then what about time management, you know? You don't have anything on time management. You're jumping very fast into delays already, you see. All these things that you are writing here, these are all like very much of the problem that you see, you know. So we really don't need to talk about so early on, you know, in these things, you see. You want to slowly warm up, you know. You're not like jumping it and tell everybody, look, you know, there's problems here, you know, I'm telling you, you see. We don't want that, you see. You want to slowly move into this. I mean, like, these things are usable. It's not to say that it's not usable. It's just not used to be lumped together like this, you see. It has to be all split up into different places. Like you see, so early on introduction, you already said that many projects experience extensive delay, you know, exceeding initial time and cost estimate. One of the major problems in construction project is delay of time. Are you talking about this in the beginning? You know, it's just like, it's a bit ridiculous, like in that sense, like, you know. So we are not even knowing. You need to build your audience into it. Like, first important thing to manage is time. Yeah. So what is time? Then you explain what is time. Time is what? You see, you don't even define your time. You straight away say time is the essence in a contract. You see? Time definition. Give me 3-4 definition on time. Yeah. The author says that time is project duration. Time is the starting of a project. It's a combination. Is all the duration used for the activities of the job of the project combined. You know, there are many definition on time, you know. So
Okay.
you have a bit here, okay, with something, you know, but go for the basic first. Go for the basic first and build up to some of these things here, you see. It's not like these are not there. It is, everything is there. Again, is that arrangement, you see. So you define time, and then how is time defined? You know, like people use Gantt chart. So explain now what is Gantt chart. You know, explain what is CPM. So how is time managed? Time management, you know. So time management consists of what? It consists of planning, isn't it? You need to do your time, planning, your schedule, etc. Followed by how do you plan your time? You need to do activity breakdown. These are all very basic information, but it has to be there, you see. Activity breakdown, estimation of duration, and then sequencing of activities. Finally, drawing the Gantt chart or drawing the schedule, you know, production of the schedule. And then we talk about time control. How to control time, you know, all this, you have to talk about it, you know. And then after that, and then you move into maybe 2.3, 2.4. Issues with time management. So delays, then you start to move into here, rampant problem, okay? Problems with delays. Yeah, then you start to define what is delays. Yeah. Yeah, so these are definitions. So you can start to move things into the right section, okay?
So we call it problem with delay lah. We don't need to call it as introduction to delay lah.
When you have no need, you can just say you can talk about delays lah, you know, time management. After you've under the category of time, you can have time definition, time management, and all that. And then after that, you eat depending, but if you want to use problems, you want to go straight to delays, I think it's also fine. One of the major issue with time management is delays lah. So you need to have every section here, you need to have a summary, you know. So you see, time has, you know, it is an important thing to be managed. But however, you see, and the industry has put in so much effort in managing time. But problems with time and time management still persists, you see. So then you can start to talk about delays, you know, problems, delays, everything is in this category, but you yourself need to have, you yourself don't put everything chapalang into one paragraph like that. You finish talking about one thing first. You know, like let's say if you talk about issues with time management, you talk about issues with time management, and after that talk about delays. So you finish talking about what is delay, and then slowly you move in. How do you manage delay, for example? You see, what I can see from your work is just you tend to lump a lot of things together. You just want to talk about it. You want to finish it, you know, in one paragraph. Everything thrown in there like that, you know.
Okay.
I mean, I can foresee a lot of good work coming out, but the problem is you are not organizing it in such a way that it's going to be pleasing to your examiner.
Understand.
I always tell you the one policy, talk about one thing at a time. When you talk about definition of delay, you go through all your notes here and find anything to do with definition, you put it in that paragraph. Under that section, yeah? And then you paragraph it properly. 3-4 sentences in one paragraph. Don't use too long kind of sentences. You know, do your referencing properly, you see? So this is delay definition. This is delay definition. So this one should go up to, this bit here should go up to here, you see? Define delay. Okay? Then you can have a subsection 2.4.2. Definition of delay is 2.4.1. 2.4.2. Why delay happen? Causes of delays. Yeah. So all sorts of different reasons, like what I told Mr. Chin just now. You may have some idea what are the causes of delay. You can list it down first in terms of category. You see, A, weather. B, poor management. You know, C, what? D, what? What are the causes of delay? And then you go and find articles that are related to all these causes, and then you start to put in things here. You see, so all these non-excusable whatever delay, these are all under after definition. Maybe you can talk about this already, like what are the type of delays available. So you can have here, you already got, so maybe you can have like 2.2.1, what is the definition of delay. 2.2. Or you can maybe type of delays, you can go to 4.3 types of delays. 2.4.4. Effects of delays. Okay. Yeah. You have it, a lot of things you have it already, but the arrangements is totally off. You see, you go by things like you jump from what effects of delays, followed by type of delay, followed by causes of delay. So usually we talk about the causes first, and all that. And then once you have managed to write about delays, right? Then there should be a section on delay management. So this could be a 2.5, you see.
Okay.
So one of the important things here that you have to have is the different techniques of delay management. And the other important fact that you must also put in is contractual address on delay, you see. Or if you are worried, you can have it end up here. So then you can actually have another section 2.6, delays in contracts, you see. Do you understand I'm giving you the flow, I mean, this is not right actually to manage master students. You all should be giving me this, not me giving you this, you see. So, I mean, I give you this, you must fill in the blanks, If you don't know how to fill in the blanks, I really cannot help already, other than writing your thesis for you, So, but I'm trying my best to actually lead you to putting things in the right way. You see, all these things you have to put it in the right category. You see, you can have your thing is suddenly go from you suddenly have a conclusion here. Like why on earth is there a conclusion here? You see, and then you go back and talk about delays introduction. At first up there, you already talk so much about delay and causes of delay, effects of delay, type of delays. Oh, this is delay analysis. So this one I think should belong to somewhere here, lor. Yeah. Techniques of delay management, no? Huh? Delay analysis, It should belong under this delay management, different techniques, different type of analysis, on delay management.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Proper. Actually, I'm thinking the topic. The first aspect is the definition, time, and delay. Then after that, I go to time delay analysis with all the techniques. The final one is the contract.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah.
Yes. This is the same thing as I am suggesting to you now, actually. So can you rearrange this properly?
Yes. Actually, I arranged because I put the number with I put the first one, number 1, 2, and 3 lah. I divide into 1, 2, and 3 lah. But of course, the number we can change later on. But at this draft, I put 1, 2, and 3. The 1 is the definition. Number 2 is the delay analysis. Number 3rd one is the contract.
Yep. So here I also do the same thing, but the problem with you is the first bit, the first section 1, you are combining a lot of things into one paragraph. Your one paragraph can talk about delay and then why delay happened, and then later on you start to talk about it in more detail in another section, that kind of thing, So I like this bit here, 2.1, this bit 2 onwards here, you see. This bit onwards is good because this you are talking about the same issue here.
So the one I write 2.0 now is wrong. It's wrong, right? It's wrong or it's correct? Because the 2.0 for me is on the delay analysis, using the schedule graph, all these things coming in.
Yes, but again, a good literature review, it should come from different people, you see. So you don't write the word before we start delay analysis, we need to start this sort of things, We cannot write like this, okay? When you talk about delay analysis, you just say that there are various ways of analyzing delays, you see. And then delay analysis will begin with what? Say by who, you see. I see a lot of your work here are not being referenced properly, you see. So you see, Alan Mittler, 215. If I say put it here, that means only this sentence is by Alan Mittler. So what on earth says, who on earth say all these things in the front here?
It's the same guy.
Then you should reference to him in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, we don't like that because we don't like one whole paragraph come from one guy. It should be this one paragraph on program updates. It should be coming from Mittler. It should be coming from different people. That would be better.
Okay.
So we also don't have such a long paragraphing. This is talking about very, very long paragraphing because this is actually one only, like let's say if I do 1 point single spacing, 1.5 spacing. This is quite long paragraph, but it's still acceptable lah. You would probably have to break it somewhere. Something like that,
Okay.
You don't want it to be too long. I mean, the paragraph too long, okay? And this is like, according to Mittler, the document uses this is also supported by another guy who says that program updates is important as part of delay analysis, for example. So in a paragraph, it should be 1, 2 guy, 1, 2 guy, 2, 3 guys, like that,
Okay.
Nearly all methodologies require the explain and all this. You see, like who wrote this? You see, who wrote all this? Is it Akasas? You almost have entire thing here, not referencing anybody. You see.
It's from Arkansas, Arkansas. Yeah.
So you think, you see, if I split up into 2 paragraphs, you mention Arkansas 2 times lah.
Yes, yes.
And this better also be telling us what are the sources of your, who are the authors who write this. The concept method, you know, like have author here first. Which author say about the concept method? Which author say about the forward path method? Which would say this, you see?
Okay.
These are very minor things lah, but main thing is we need to get you in the right direction first lah, huh?
Okay.
So these are all the description of the methods lah, huh? That's fine. If we talk about description of method, we talk about description of method, yeah? But don't use the word we, yeah? I mean, like, this is not the right way to write thesis, huh? There's no referencing to yourself or anything, okay?
Okay.
Don't simply use the word introduction. Introduction is only one introduction in the whole thesis. That is chapter 1.
Okay.
So this bit here, you will need to shift it to, like I said, I have a section here given to you on contract, like delays in contract, okay? So you can have this in 2.6, delays in contract. I think it's a bit too early to jump into extension of time. Talk about delays as stated in the contract. How does PAM, IEM, JKR contract deal with delays? What are their clauses related to delays? What are the reasons accepted for delays? You know, finish talking about all your delays in the contract first before you move in and talk about how to solve delays, you see? Solve delays is either you penalize, you do LAD, yeah? Or you give EOT. So what does all the contract here that says about LAD and EOT, you see?
Delay in contract considered in the last part, right?
Should be lah, because your is delay analysis including contractual requirement ma. So your contractual requirement will come in the last part lor. So now what do you get out of all this? Basically, from section 2.5, you can see that there is many delay techniques, delay analysis technique. And from section 2.6, you can see that, you know, contractual also covers delays and how to resolve delay either by penalizing or giving EOT, okay? And how do they deal with it? But at the end of all this, what do you see? You see, like at the end of each section, what do you see? So maybe from me now, I can see that there is no combination. There is no procedures to combine delay technique with contract. So that will be your research already, you see. So you want to create a method or you want to design a method that can actually take a contract and do a delay analysis with it. So what is your aim and objective of the project? Your aim and objective is to build or to combine to combine or to build a procedures to combine contractual requirement with delay analysis available in Malaysia. So your objective is, first, you must study the advantages and disadvantages of the various delay technique. You must study the different contractual requirement in the contract available in Malaysia regarding delay and delay analysis. And then after that, what do? You see? So your objective is like 5, 4, 5 objectives. That's it, 4 or 5 objectives. It will tell you what you are doing, you see?
You mean the objectives is the last part, right? Last part, right?
No. The objective will be in chapter 1. But out of this literature review, you should be able to write your problem statement and also your aim and objective. If you write all these things here and then you tell me you don't know how to write your problem statement, then there's something very wrong here. What do you observe out of so many literature review that you have?
I think I saw something that can solve the delay in the construction. Quite. I think I come up some idea to solve the construction delay. And it is not point out in the construction industry. From not from the thing I read, from my experience and from the thing I read, I saw something something quite clear, like the handling of the moving of the material into the site that caused the delay into all the activity.
So that should be part of your delay analysis later on.
Yes, because I think if I solve the delay in moving the material in around or into the site, then the whole construction work can move already.
Oh, we don't want. That is not the answer to your question. At the end of the day, your thesis is not about trying to solve delay in construction. I'm trying to do what you're trying to do here is to have a way to analyze delay. But
Yeah. No, because
don't run away. Don't run away. Don't go and say I want to solve delay problem in the industry.
No. Okay. The idea is because of this issue of the moving and handling of this material moving on the site, it was not pointed out in the delay analysis. And if we put in the time and the timing of commitment of this handling, it will solve it will make the analysis very accurate. Because a lot of people they forgot about this.
No, wrong. You are off track already. The way the thing you're talking about now is to how to do a schedule. Your schedule should have incorporate putting in material movement time. That is scheduling. That is not delay analysis. Okay? Delay analysis is when there is a delay happen. I want to know as a client, should I give EOT or should I penalize my contractor? At the moment, there is no synchronized delay analysis. Okay? So I don't know. So I depend on my engineer to tell me. So my engineer said, okay, today we go and take the weather. 10 years weather. But the different engineers say, no, I don't use that. You see? That is the point of our project. You don't run away from it. You are doing, if you want to do scheduling, then we change your topic, scheduling. You see, we cannot have this alang one, that's why I tell you, I don't want you to think of a solution now. Because you don't even understand where your topic is. Your topic is delay analysis. What is delay analysis? Delay analysis is when delay happen, how much time extra is good to go for EOT, how much time is LAD. That is delay analysis. We are not trying to do a good schedule here. Your project is not trying to come up with a better schedule so that delay don't happen. Your delay will happen. If the delay happen, how do you analyze it? How do we want the whole industry to analyze the delay, everybody in the same type of manner? So that every contractor knows what the contract is all about. So when delay happens, I must submit. When I submit to DID, I submit to JKR, they have different delay analysis. And delay analysis depend on their engineers. Different consultants say different thing. So in the end, there is a contractual unfairness here. Some get their extension, some don't get their extension. Like COVID. Now, I ask you, how do you delay, how do you analyze COVID? Delay analysis.
The extension from the authority. Yeah.
So some authority give or some authority don't give or. So don't give, I get penalized or. Then I say I go to court or, because this is COVID. So the problem is this, there is no proper method to actually analyze delay. We want to create a system so that delay can be analyzed in a reasonable manner. Logical, reasonable manner. That should be your aim and objective. That is where you are heading, you see.
Okay.
If you're talking about, oh, there's material movement time, we should incorporate that into a schedule, then we're talking about a different topic here completely, you know.
Okay.
So don't go and think about issues. Don't go and think about those solutions yet. At the end of the day, use your experience, you know, to actually help to come up with a better systematic way of analyzing delay. So there is a lot of delay technique here. Some of them are maybe good, some of them are not so good, you know. So some of them are reasonable, some of them are not reasonable. Can you come up with a combination, or can you come up with a Bernard method, you know? That would be a good thesis, you see. And then you can verify this data with different type of project. Maybe you can use case study, you know, like you can do delay analysis for 10, 20 projects, you see. And then from there, create a flow. You don't really have to create a method lah, you know, but at least have an idea of how to what are the important things that must be there when you're studying delay, you see. So do you give when there is critical delay, non-critical delay, you know, kind of thing, you know, and do you give when it's an excusable delay? That is delay analysis, you know. That is all along what I am thinking. So are you thinking the same way, you know?
Yeah, I know.
In the contract, basically, it doesn't tell you the method of analyzing delay, ma. It only tell you what are the reasons, ma.
Yeah, the relevant dependent.
Yeah, so if you write that here, like the current contractual form, how they address delays and EOT, and how do they state what they analyze. Again, this must be from authors, not from you studying a contract and put your thoughts here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then all this delay technique, you know, you can make advantages, disadvantages, it's all here in the literature review. So are you later on in the methods, are you going to study this delay techniques, this analysis way of analyzing? Are you going to study each and every one of them with some projects? Maybe that could be your method, you know, to apply them to some method and see which one give a more accurate outcome, you see. So this has to do with mathematics a little bit already, lor.
Okay. So the mathematics come in the delay analysis technique.
Have to, but
So
because
the mathematics one must put inside the literature review. Right? Yeah.
no, you already put here what are the techniques, what are the advantages and disadvantages. Later on, maybe you can actually do it, you know, in your result and analysis with some projects. That could be your result and analysis, you see.
Okay.
But we don't know. We don't know because you haven't reached there yet, you see.
Okay.
All this point here, all these things that you're writing here, 20 over pages, what I'm trying to get you to do is to prove your topic. Prove, you know, find out, you know, from different authors that there is no proper delay analysis that combines with contractual requirement. If you can conclude that at the end of this 22 page, okay, then you have your chapter 1. Your chapter 1 is your problem statement and your aim and objective. Problem statement is a summary of what you have written here. Look, there is A, B, C, D, E delay analysis technique. Okay, but there are authors. Is there any authors who says that they are not being applicable? They are not applicable. They're not good or whatever. You know, all have their advantages, all have their disadvantages. Okay, and there are delays are also being addressed in different contract in Malaysia, such as PAM, IEM, JKR, PWD form. They are being addressed in different type of contract form. Okay, but the question remains that is there a proper way of analyzing delay that combines these two things together, the technique and the contract? So the aim of this research is to create or to formulate or to design a method that can analyze delay by combining it with contract. So how do you do it? That is your aim and objective, you see. That is your chapter 1. Chapter 3 will tell you how you do it. How you do it, you need to really study. You know, you need to study what other people are doing. You know, these are the information that I give you in one paper. Can you find other paper that talks about different techniques? I mean, like how maybe Southeast Asia, in Cambodia, in Thailand, in Indonesia, in China, how does people study delay? You know, find their research, find their way of doing research. And then
I read they study the delay more on the causes of delay, but they not many study the delay analysis. But there are some study the delay analysis, but they do not look into the contract.
Yeah, so never mind. You put that down in your last section, 2.7 or 2.8, previous research in similar topics.
Okay. It's similar topic in the delay analysis, but not in the contract.
It can be contract, can be in contract, can be in both, can be both.
Both for the researcher is a bit less, but for the technique there is okay lah. Maybe I divide into two lah. The researcher got do in the technique part.
Yeah. I mean, honestly speaking, like if there's a lot of article already have this combination, then what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Go and take that technique and use it. That means your topic is not valid anymore. You see? So if you can see that there are research in delay techniques, there are research in contract analysis, but none of them is a combination of both, then that is where you are addressing the gap. I'll be happy. I'll be happy for you if that happens, you see. If you suddenly find like 5-6 different articles that people are already doing this and all the answers are there already, I'm not going to be happy for you because we have to cancel your topic and do some other things.
Okay.
You understand, huh?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll send this back to you and this recording also, especially the last part. I think please go through it again. I mean, I'm not saying that your progress is slow. I mean, I think you are doing well. You know, there's a lot of information available, but you are very, just like Mr. Ching, like that. You all are working people. You tend to jump into a solution. You tend to want to solve the problem right now and here, you see. But academically, we need to build up. We need to build up the problem. We need to build up the point. We need to build up and convince the audience these are the reason why you want to do this project, you see.
Okay.
It has to be step by step. And then the way of thinking must be finish talking about one thing, go to next thing. Don't combine things in one paragraph. Don't combine, oh, delay is so rampant. It happens all the time. And the reason for it to happen is like this. And the effect is like this. You see, so you are combining 3 points in one paragraph. Not like that. You know, you have to put them in their own separate category and use different author to prove the point, you see.
Okay. Okay, doctor, so I make it like the thing is 2.1 to 2.7 to 2.8. I put it this way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I think that's it for today. Then we will see, we will arrange another meetup in end of October.
October.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think with the, honestly with the things that I've given you three already is actually beyond what you should be given. So I think if you still can't put it together nicely, then it's going to be problematic, you know, in finishing the thesis, you see.
Okay, can.
Yeah, I mean, you really need to organize that kind of mental thoughts in that sense.
Okay, so actually okay so how many actually for this one, right, is it I need to come up quite long or something? Quite
40-50 pages is quite common.
50 pages. Okay.
I mean, that is quite common now with 1.5 spacing, you know. So I think you have a lot of things there already. You do, you know. It's just that things are.
I think I this time a bit more researcher, but I still cannot find the bit more than this one. I'm still looking for the latest these few years one. This less
Journals,
than 7
look
years.
for journals. You can look for different type of journals, especially journals. You can go to different type of journals, like Journal of Construction Management. Now you can type things like that, you know. And you can go to Unimas library, I mean, like the online thing, and see if we subscribe to a lot of different journals. International Journal of Project Management, International Journal of different journals that is reliable. And
the
from
journal,
there,
but not the book, right? Not
Huh?
the book, not the book, the journal, but not the book, right? Not
book are old book are very old news.
book and all, right?
Yeah.
So
Book
this
doesn't
is
give
not
you
paper.
latest research. Only journal give you latest research. Book only give you general knowledge.
Okay,
If
okay.
you
So
want
I double check again, see whether is there really because I think the last 20 years a lot of people come out the thing, but the latest 10 years bit less, bit less.
No, I think you are not searching in the right place. You are looking. I think you should be
Research
looking
kit.
more into things like there's a lot
Research
of
kit and scribe, yeah.
there is a lot of contract related articles for Malaysia as well. I think internationally, I'm sure there are some contract related articles, and there are some delay time management related articles and all that. Yeah.
Okay lah, okay lah. I double check one more time.
Journals,
Yeah.
journals. You have to go for journals. You won't get anything from books, honestly.
Right, I know.
I think the last good books that are being published are more than 10 years ago already. Now recently, there's not much of new books being used.
Hey, Professor, so okay, I want to ask you one thing. Okay, so you mean the mathematic equation thing is on the delay technique lah, but not at the moment, right? Oh, because I did saw a few research paper on the equation, but I don't know whether
Put that down in your previous research.
previous research.
Yeah, your 2.7 or 2.8.
Delay analysis, mathematic equation.
Because that is what other authors do, ma. I mean, they are the one who come out. Those scientists are the one that come up with this formula. So you can see the way that they come up with this formula. They are being put in papers. You see, they have already written an article about how they come up with the formula. You see. So
Okay.
that is under your previous research. You see, your literature review has two categories. One category is what you're doing now. You know, that is about definition, about trying to find out where the problems are. Then there is a last section that talks about previous research, previous similar research. So research A says, done by this professor, says that in order to analyze delay, you must include this. You must have this. Their formula is like this. You see? So
Okay.
then you talk about his result. You write about his technique. So you get an idea, you know, like, oh yeah, this guy do it like this. I think I understand. I think I can do it also. You see? So I borrow some of his method. Yeah.
Okay.
And then researcher B from Algeria or from Indonesia or from Thailand did this research, or in Korea they did this research in terms of delay analysis. They found out that, you know, this delay analysis cannot have this thing, or they must have this thing. They must do this thing. You see? And then their techniques are like this. How they do the research is like this. You see? So then you see whether it's useful for you or not. You can put 5, 6 different type of research by different people. And at the end of the day, you can borrow from number 1 to number 3, or you can borrow from combine 2, 4, 6 also can, you know, or you can come up with your own brand new method also can. And that is your own formula. That is in your chapter 4, you see.
Okay, then how about the advantages and disadvantages comparison? I put in the literature review or in the chapter 4 comparison. Let's say for the different technique, all these things.
If these are the common techniques already, you have to put it in your literature review.
You mean even the advantages or disadvantages? Right.
It's already in the literature review. I mean, you're not going to write chapter 4 about advantages and disadvantages of this method and technique. That is nothing. That's nothing to do with you already. It's not your research.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Your research
Okay.
has to be your study, your technique. You go and study it. You put down your results, you see. And then from your result, what pattern do you see? And then from what pattern you see, what you create at the end of the day. That is chapter 4, 5, 6 is your thing. Chapter 1, 2, 3 is other people thing, you see.
Okay, so all these the literature that I get from other researchers, right? I put the list, the name is inside this chapter 2, or maybe next time the last pages of the research paper or what.
Last pages is full, everything full, which article, page, and everything. Name, surname, year, article. In
No,
your
no need, right?
literature review, only the surname and the year.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Again,
There'll be a
like I
lot.
said,
Yeah.
one author, only one surname, then year. Two author is author A surname and author B surname, comma, year. If there's three author and above, you put only the first author surname, ETAL, comma, and year. That is in the thesis. Then at the back of the thesis, where you have a reference list, you need to list down all their surname, comma, their initial, followed by the next author, and then bracket, year, the title of the book or the article, page, and all that, publisher and all that. That is in the full.
Okay. 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 I get your point.
That one is a reference list. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. I change the thing. I mean the thing.
Yep. So I think let's hope that you can come up with a more complete one, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I'll come out the more complete one. Yeah.
Just remember, I say this. Finish talking about one thing first. One thing at a time. Don't combine too many information. Don't combine too many points.
Okay.
Too many points in one sentence, in one paragraph. Your one paragraph should have the same point by different author.
Okay.
Understand? That is the major backbone that you have to follow. That is a major policy that you have to follow.
You see, the author, in his research, right, he take information from other author. So that one I shouldn't put it in, right? Oh.
Can, why not?
But the thing is, he copied from somebody at a later, very 20
And then
years,
you
30
can
years
say
ago.
that so and so as cited by so and so. Or you
Okay.
can go back to the original article.
But that one is 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
Don't use it
not.
Then don't use it.
Accident.
It's already outdated.
Okay. Okay. Because the latest guy used the other people.
You can do that. You can cite all of them. Like this sentence is written by you can say that the idea is from this guy, cited by who, you see? Cited
Okay.
by where you get the article from.
Okay, I get your point. Okay.
But try to avoid that. I mean, like usually citing and extra citing like that is very hard to write in the paper.
Okay, then do I need to put in the number rather than put in the name? I put in the number better or the name?
The format is different from university to universities. You guys, what we are using here is the author and the year.
Okay,
There are some articles that use bracket numbers. And the numbers appear in the year. That is one format. We call
but
it.
they were not used in this place.
Not in Malaysia we use the APA. APA standard, so follow APA standard. Unimas also use APA standard.
Okay, okay. I don't use that one.
Yeah, no, don't use that one. Don't combine this thing.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I get your point. I'll do it. This time more focus.
All right. Okay lah. So
Okay.
I'll give you guys a new date lah. Maybe by 20 something of October lah. You give me a new draft.
Okay, can. This time will be earlier. This time.
I hope that you are clear lah. I mean, I feel like I'm very clear, but it doesn't seem to muscle, like your head. So you have to get it in, into your head. That do it like this, already give you a framework. You follow the framework.
Okay, can. I know what you mean.
Okay, huh?
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, because you have to understand, it's supervising like you guys like this, like working people. You all have your own idea, you see. So sometimes you may not see the point in doing all these things, but the problem is this is an academic exercise. I'm your supervisor, you see. So when I'm telling you to do this thing, if you don't do it and you insist on doing your own way, yes, we still can go up to examination, but later on, the person who is marking you is another academician. They will expect to see certain things, and if they don't see it, you don't get it. You see?
I know.
Yeah. So no matter how pointless you think certain things are, you still have to do it lah. Yeah.
Okay. I get your point.
Yeah. Okay, Bernard. Okay.
Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Hope to see a good